Greetings, this is Frosty Thundertrod, and this is my attempt at Krustoo Farms Homestead Challenge. We're here in the month of December at the end of year one. And unfortunately, this is probably where the mud hits the road. So, I need 5 pallets of eggs. $640. Alright. And I have not quite 2 pallet of eggs, so right there I failed the challenge. And I need 2 pallets of honey, and I have not quite 1 pallet of honey, so yep, this challenge is a double fail. Now, as a retrospect, what did I do wrong? I think there was 3 primary things I did wrong. 1, when I set up my chickens, I bought baby chicks instead of adult chickens. 2, I did not put out anywhere near enough honey hives soon enough. Because I had, up until now, I've only treated honey, like a little bit extra income. I've never actually tried to produce a specific amount of it. So I put out a lot of honey hives. This one here, and this one produced virtually the same amount of honey, but this one cost $300 less. Although this canola field's looking really good. These are the ones I put out at first. I put like 6 of these out, and I thought that'd probably be enough. But in truth, these here do next to nothing. They produce like 0.75 honey per day. So these are practically useless. So instead, what I need to do is just build a whole bunch of these round ones. However, it was too late in the year by the time I figured out what I was doing to make up the difference. And the third thing I did wrong is that I bought a weeder instead of a hoe. The hoe would have allowed me to do a lot of contracts early on in months when I just had to skip a month. Because the weeder, while it was a weeding contract, the weeder just would not work as to where I know a hoe would have. But now, other than that, I do think there was some successes. This, how I got these fields laid out, I consider this a success. Because this gave me enough diversity of fields without getting my fields too darn big. My one little shed here worked great. Hard to say anything bad about this shed. On the grass field, nothing to complain about there. This cow barn was great. It did good. It got me the milk I needed for the year. Yeah, 2,713 milk, and I needed 2,000. And of course, I do have a calf. I do have two beef calves, which are over 6 months old. Yep, they're 9 months old, so that met the needs right there. Cows are cheaper in the game than they are in real life. So this cow shed, I think, was a success. Um, this greenhouse, this is just the base game tarp greenhouse, the largest one. And yeah, it was a success. It could probably handle all my demands of year 1 and year 2 quite easily. While I didn't use them correctly, these three chicken coops here would have been perfectly adequate to the job had I put adult chickens in them right from the start. This little bale and pallet storage was great. Of course, the water tower was great. You know, my little ornamental stuff here around my shop was good. This shop was also a great deal. And I've decided I really do like this map. This tractor, excellent. Perfect tractor for what I need. This disc harrow, it was good enough. That silo, once again, very suitable to this map, and it did good. This roller also did good, although I could have got a bigger roller and done some rolling contracts possibly. This baler, it doesn't require twine. Other than that, it's great. There's another version of this that's branded Lizard instead of Sipma. I'll see if that one requires twine. This mower here, it mows too fast. But other than that, it's a great. This spreader, perfectly adequate. Combine did its job well. Weeder was a disappointment since it couldn't do the weeding jobs, but it did do the weeding when I needed it here on the farm. This windrower, kind of a mixed bag. It was, I would say, superfluous. Tedder did its job. This planter did pretty good. And of course, my old work truck here. You know, it gave me a place to live for the first year. My plan was to build a house right over here so that I would have scenic overlook for this canal and these trees over here, and it would be separated from the operating portion of my farm. This trailer here was just a little bit too small. The cedar was great. Although if I had to say one thing kind of bad about it is precision farming should not work on it, since this is a ground-driven cedar. The monitor on my tractor should not have been able to control the seed rate in this whatsoever. The slurry tanker here was a little bit small, but it did what I needed it to do. And this tank here was just a little bit too small. Had to do a lot of running in order to try to keep this greenhouse full. So, with that said, I guess the only thing to do now is to try again. So let's get started with attempt number 2. I'm going to go ahead and go with the same map. I was thinking about swapping maps, but I really decided I like this map. Which is kind of surprising because I really don't like the other 2 Michigan maps that much. Alright. Farm manager. Let's start from scratch. Alright. Start money. No loan. I had economic difficulty on normal, but the rules say any, so I'm going to change it to easy this time. No start farm, no guided tour. I only use mods from Mod Hub itself, so that helps with some of the mods being buggy, although some of them still don't work. Like this wooden barrel here, this one doesn't work, so I'm actually going to disable that one. Vehicle sleeper cab, that's great. Never used this thing, I just thought it looked kind of cool. This one breaks trees. I'll do that one. Special offers, just tell me what's on sale. Sewage shaft. I'm going to go ahead and disable this one. The scythe, wheeled mower. I'm going to go ahead and leave old wooden wagon in there. I don't think I'm going to buy anymore. Rivers and ponds. It's a kind of a cool concept, but I've never used. Well, I only once did I ever have a Kenworth as my work truck. It was a great truck. So I added the Kenworth T800 Custom to the game. Follow me. I didn't get a chance to use that since I didn't make it to second year. Turn off auto load. That's fun for when I'm playing by myself, but I think it kind of runs counter to the point of this series to have that on. Extended pickup. Yeah, this mower's just too fast. That's a cheaty thing that I like to use in some games when I play by myself. Yeah, this was the farmhouse I was going to build. I'm not sure why. Oh, because they were official Giants mods. That's the only reason I installed these John Deere ones. Boss. All right. So I'm going to start off by here buying my semi again, sleeper, tandem short, and buy. Okay. All right, let's turn off auto start. Let's see here. Where is that? Crop destruction, periodic, plowing required, off field stone, off weeds, dirt, automatic, engine start off. All right. Okay. So let's get to January to start the challenge again. I do like this mod actually puts you in the truck. You know, it just doesn't have you standing outside the truck with the sleep icon going. October. December. Alright, one more sleep and we're ready to start again. Let's see what's on sale. Yeah, I don't think I need that much tractor. Although this thing is awesome. Okay, go ahead and buy my field number 4. Okay. Bobtail on over to my new farm. Alright, so it appears there's nothing planted here. That's interesting. Alright. pH value is good, nitrogen is kinda so-so. Let's start off with my shed. Find my shed again. That's not it. That one's a little bit cheaper. That one's uglier. Here it is. This one is my shed. I believe I placed it like right about here. Well, let's see here. I can check its placement here by... Alright. There we go. So I want this to be here. So having this right about here is just right. Now I need my silo. There we go. Don't go too fast, so. Alright. There we go. Try and fill the rest of this in. And we'll do grass up here. Okay. I just wasted a lot of money, but now my farm looks proper. And my wife is summoning me again. Okay, I'm back. Turn this around. Hmm. Now, Krustoo says this has to be an off-grid enterprise. Not a huge fan of off-grid. I love the grid myself. But them's the rules, so I'll figure out how to swing that as well. try to find the storage building that I used before. Here it is. Alright. Rotate that around. That's good. Now I need water from my greenhouse. I'll take care of that. Chickens! Alright. There we go. Now bees. So, go ahead and place down the spawn point. Okay, that's done. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. That'll give me plenty of honey this time. Now from my greenhouse. Let's see here. So I want it to face this way. we go. Maximum 150. Loader attachment. Alright, yes, definitely need an awning this time around, and the lights will be beneficial too. Alright. So now, what's the widest cultivator I can get to be pulled by 150 horsepower? That one is 4 meters. All right, 4 meters, 24,500. Discaro, 4.5 meters, 21,000. Power Hero, 4 meters, 160 horsepower. 150, 115, 3 meters. 3 meters. Alright. So, this is the same one I had last time. And it is definitely the best that I can afford. Hmm, that don't seem right. That's one of those cheaty ones. Alright, weeders. 36,000. So I got $56,000 left here. Now I'm going to need I like this one, but I don't need one right away. I, however, am going to need a seeder. So I don't see any reason why I want to get this one again. It seems like the best. New Holland Blue. Front loader. I need the quickie. Front loader tools. Pallet fork. Alright. Shouldn't there be a seeder here? Where is my grain drill? I guess I didn't buy it. That's annoying. Cedar. $5.2 meter. And color New Holland Blue. Side attachers. Oh, I bet you that's so that I can run like 3 of these. I don't think that's necessary. Oh, I need a water tank too. So I'm going to go ahead and go with this one. That's a lot bigger. Plus I can use it to haul milk as well. Alright. Spread my forks out. Just using my cultivator, has a rear weight right now. But it works. So if it works, it ain't stupid. Oh my goodness. There she's texting me again. 11 o'clock at night. That still doesn't stop. Alright. So I'll get that last bag of food. Well, that didn't take long for another summons to come. Alright, see how far I can get this time. Really, every time I go to lift one of these bags, it really shows just how hard of a time I have with depth perception in 3D environments. I don't run a front-end loader on a tractor very often. I do run mini loaders all the time, and even occasionally a full-size loader, and I have no problems with, putting a bucket where I need it, or the forks. On games, I never seem to be able to get it right. I mean, part of it, too, is that I'm using a mouse and keyboard, so I don't get feedback that I normally get when I've got hydraulic controls in my hands. Let's go ahead and buy my chickens now. So, alright, so I'm going to need lettuce, strawberries, and tomatoes. Close this door because it's cold out here. Oh, that didn't take long. Alright, back again. Go get my water barrel. And then I think I'm going to do that cultivation contract. Yeah, 8,000 liters at once. That's awesome. So much better than moving 2,000 liters at a time. Alright. Well, there's a couple different cultivation contracts now. 45 and number 7. So I'm going to go ahead and do number 45 for Katie. Then when I get that done, I'll check to see if I got enough time to get that one done for Walter too. Yay, the snow's disappearing. That's helpful. Alright, I'll be back when this cultivating contract is done. Just a quick pop in so you can see this. Nice. Okay, this contract is done. Let's go ahead and collect it. Very good. So I think I'm already off to a much better start than I was last time. So it's almost 5 o'clock. So I'll finish bringing home the rest of my equipment from the shop, and then I'll call it a day. Go ahead and get the semi in there too. So I need a bag of seed and a bag of fertilizer as well. Bag of organic fertilizer. Here we go. And is there a big bag of back? Yes. And a big bag of seed. It's going to be a while before I actually need any fertilizer, but need to plant anything. But at least the planter's ready to go. However, in real life, you would not store fertilizer and seed in the planter, because the seed would get ruined and the fertilizer will corrode the planter. But since this is a game, not real life, we can get away with just preloading it ahead of time, way ahead of time. Next month I could plant cotton, but I have no intention of doing anything with cotton right now. Or probably ever, really. Due to its size and weight, this cedar can't really go inside my shed very well. Not so much its weight, but its width. The fact that it's so wide and doesn't fold up. Judging by the color, I think this tractor actually has incandescent bulbs on it, not even halogen. I'll pick up the rotary hoe to use as a rear weight and then pick up the 2 big bags. And I don't know why my forks aren't moving correctly. There we go. Now they're moving right. Looks like my input commands were trying to do something with the hoe instead of with the loader, because I had it set to the hoe as the active attachment. Looks like I really need a front weight when I'm moving this hoe around. And since I don't have front 3-point, I already got as much weight as I can stick on through the shop. What the hell was that? Just suddenly curved off to the right for no apparent reason. Maybe it was black ice? I'll be glad to get this other trailer home here. Hopefully some of those cultivation contracts will still be here tomorrow. I guess my front tire's not touching the ground, it's just a graphical glitch. But I really am off to a much better start this time than last time. So thank you very much for watching.